Our final in a series of teacher spotlights centering upon those teachers and staff of the Mendota High School that are retiring this year. We come to Mr. Larry Martens. When did you first come to work at Mendota Township High School?
I came to Mendota, Steve, in the fall of 1963 from Amboy High School.
What are some of the things that you've coached through your years at Mendota High School?
The three sports that I worked in while I was here were basketball, football, baseball.
Which did you enjoy doing the most?
That depended on the years that we were most successful. Of course, when basketball was, when I had a good basketball team, why I obviously enjoyed basketball the best. When our football team was better, why football was the going sport. In those years that baseball was good, why we enjoyed that too. I suppose that overall, although each sport has its season, basketball was as interesting for me as any of them.
What classes did you teach back in that first year?
The first year I had all history, United States history. I think that was almost all the kids in the school, although as our enrollment went up, I think maybe there was another class, someone else taught another class of history, but I started with all United States history.
What else have you taught in your MHS career?
After that, later on, government was worked into the program, and I began to teach the government. The latter years, with declining enrollments and cutting back staff, I found myself down in the physical education department a few times.
Which class or classes did you get the most out of teaching?
I think my favorite is United States history. Kind of feel like I'm an expert in that area. And I have a lot of background in government as well, having served on the City Council in Mendota, being involved politically and learning the ropes as far as politics is concerned. So I feel real comfortable and enjoy the government as well.
When did you first decide that you wanted to be a teacher?
Well, when I came out of the service back in 1946, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And after working in a grocery store for a while and deciding that that was something I could probably come back to, I decided an education was the important route for me to go. And I did like coaching. I looked forward to the coaching. So I found myself down at the University of Illinois going to school and preparing for the teaching profession.
If you weren't a teacher, what occupation do you think you'd be in?
I don't really have the slightest idea. I think as I looked back, and I don't do this very often, maybe the field of administration of some sort would be attractive to me. I think sales, I'm sure there's a lot of opportunities in sales, but I was never felt that I would be comfortable in it, so it's hard to say.
As you retire, what will you miss the most?
Obviously, the students. In the teaching profession, you have to love your kids, and I'm going to miss them a whole lot because every day in every class, you enjoyed working with them. You saw them every day, almost more maybe than mom and dad do, and so you couldn't be a teacher without loving kids, and the kids are going to miss, and the rest of the teaching staff and the rest of the people working here at Mendota High School, because you look forward every day to seeing all these people, and they're your friends, and I'll miss them all.
What activities do you have in mind after you retire?
Well, more work around home, things that were always put off that now I'll have time to do. I intend to be active. I hope to keep a close tab of what's happening in our community, and I'll be alert to whatever comes along, although right at this moment I'm not in any hurry, but I sure don't intend to sit around. I'll get started a little earlier this spring at golf. I'm sure whether that'll help my game or not, it's hard to say.
What would you want your students, past and present, to remember you by and your teaching?
Well, I think one thing I've always felt was important is that they recognize that honesty is really important in their lives. I guess over the years there's been a lot of times I've philosophized with them, and I hope they remember some of those things. In history, for example, all my kids had to memorize the theory of government as outlined in the Declaration of Independence, that portion which says that all men are created equal and are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, among these are life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. I hope they never forget that.
What is your most memorable moment from here at Mendota High School?
There's been too many, Steve, for me to go back and recall one in particular.
Could you name one just for this last year here?
Well, I'm kind of struggling just a little bit. Anytime that someone appreciates what you do is a great moment. The tribute that was paid to me in a letter to the editor by one of my former students, I felt I'm very grateful, and that was a great moment for me, and hopefully the same sort of thing also carried over to a lot of other young people. But every day sometimes has its moments, good moments, because when we feel in the teaching profession that we're helping someone, we do something worthwhile, that's satisfaction.
Thank you, Mr. Martens. It's been a pleasure talking with you and being in your class this year.
And we'd also like to thank all the teachers that have helped me and the other reporters of the Mendota High School Report in putting together these teacher spotlight interviews and the various interviews that were conducted through the teachers with the Mendota High School Report. Again, this is Steve Krampitz reporting for the Mendota High School Report.